Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I lost the footage for the intro in the editing process. However, for the rest of the video, I'm going to be in my regular sit down format. The topic for today's video is why it is that no one likes the truth and why it is that people that speak the truth, they're hated. And as you can see on the screen, my quote is, no one is more hated than he who speaks the truth. Let's get straight into the video.
Already, you know it. Top everything, you know it. King already, you know it. My body soul got a king body. Body gon' shine, bling, bling body. Calling all the shots, ring, ring.
So if it is that you are the black sheep of your family, whoever that sees through all the cycles and the generational stuff and you choose to speak on it and do the right thing in your eyes and be honest, why it is that nobody likes you, why it is that whenever you speak on it, people get angry, they lose it. So we're going to talk about that today. Even in relationships, like if you're having an issue with a partner and you speak on it and you actually come to terms with the relationship is toxic and let's figure it out, why it is that people usually hate you for that and then start acting crazy and just angry and just crazy. Okay, it's very few people that appreciate the truth, and that's people that want to grow and people that are aware of themselves and they take it as a challenge to grow instead of an offense whenever you speak the truth. And I'm also not saying that people should just get up and volunteer information. Just because it is true doesn't mean you have to say it. So that's one thing. If you are somebody that just wants to get up and tell somebody about their whole life, like, I don't agree with that. I feel like everybody has their own life to live, and at the end of the day, if you believe in judgment day and all that, God's not going to ask you about anybody else, so that's not your responsibility. But if it is that somebody asked you for your opinion and you're truthful in giving that, people take offense. Why does that happen? That's what we're going to be talking about, and I'm going to be giving you 10 reasons why that happens. So number one is cognitive dissonance. That is, a lot of persons form a reality in their head. A lot of persons put themselves in a little bubble, and it's usually to cope. It's usually a coping mechanism. So if they've been through a lot of stuff, they usually try to form their own reality to not feel down and depressed. So a lot of persons, even if it's not like a coping mechanism, a lot of people just are delusional. And I'm not even trying to say it in a negative way. A lot of people form realities in their head about what their life is, and that's how they get through life, and that's how they stay happy and all of that. So if you are somebody now that comes in and you speak the truth and you say, hey, this is not really that, this is the actual reality that we are living in and this is what's really happening, they get angry because you're now crushing their world that they have formed usually for years and years and years, and they don't want to see that. That's not what they want to see. They want to continue to live in their deluded world. If not a coping mechanism, just how their brain decided to perceive what their life is, and you come in and you disrupt that, and then they get angry. Number two, usually if you're a very honest person, if you're a blunt person and you speak the truth no matter what, usually that intimidates a lot of people. And now it's just like you're making them feel less than. They wish they could be honest and they wish they could be truthful and have integrity and all of that, but they're not able to, usually because they have a lot of people to please and they don't have the courage to be honest. And so you being honest and you telling the truth and speaking the truth no matter what and standing up for what is right and all of that intimidates them. So number three is, this person or these set of persons thrive off relationships. They thrive off relationships. They're usually not leaders, they're followers, and the truth is going to reveal something about a person that they want to keep that relationship. They don't want their idea of that person to be tainted, so they don't want to hear it at all, and they're going to hate whoever brings it up. they either thrive off the relationship or they need the person for something. So for example, a woman that's in a DV relationship, if the person is her provider or the person that is taking care of her and providing her with love sometimes, but the person is abusive, she does not want to hear anything that is the truth, like leave the relationship, you can do better, stuff like that, because her reality is she needs this person in order to survive. So she doesn't want to hear anything from anybody else, because that's going to disrupt how she really sees the person. And sometimes it's shame as well. It's shame. The person doesn't want to take on the truth, because the truth call for you to either cut the relationship or see the person for what they really are, and you don't want to do that because you thrive off the relationship or you're dependent on the person to provide something. And number 4, this is not that the person doesn't like the truth, it's they don't like the messenger. So they know the truth is the truth, and to some extent they even accept it, but they hate the person speaking the truth so much that they are willing to act like the truth does not exist, just so they can continue with their hate for the person that's speaking the truth, and just so they can discredit the person that's speaking the truth. They hate the messenger, so they don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear anything just because it was coming from that person, even if they know in themselves that this is the truth. Even if after that it comes from somebody else, just the fact that the person that they did not like spoke the truth, they're going to discredit that information altogether and just pretend like it's a lie just because they don't like the messenger. And you'll see that in politics a lot. So even if a political leader is speaking the truth, just the fact that the other parties don't like that political leader or the party itself, anything that the person says is going to be discredited, even if they know that it's to the benefit of the country. Just despise the truth messenger that it came from. Number 5, this has to do with them now. Number 5 is they lack the maturity and the self-awareness to handle the truth, and they don't have the self-awareness to do any type of introspection or evaluate themselves to make the change or to do better. So these are the dunce people now, just illiterate, don't have any kind of common sense, they don't have any type of integrity, they just want to continue their lives, so they don't want to accept the truth. Because what they're going to do with it? So they're going to cuss you out and go to the ends of the earth cussing you out, because what are they going to do with the truth? They don't know how to handle the truth because they're not able to evaluate themselves and make any type of change. Number 6 is the truth usually requires change. And what else do people hate more than change? It's the truth. They hate the truth more. After the truth, people hate change after that. So a lot of people don't like change. We are creatures of habit, and we want to continue what's familiar to us. We want to continue to do the things that we like to do and the people that we like to hang around. And if the truth is revealed, the truth usually requires some type of change, and nobody wants to really change. Number 7, this is for a person that has very low self-esteem and a person that hates themselves more than anything else, or hate the real them, like hate who they really are if everything is out in the open. This person will go to the ends of the earth to cuss you out, to discredit you. They will talk about everything. So if you bring up an issue to them, they will talk about everything but the thing that really matters, the thing that you brought up. They will cuss you out and bring up they make all sorts of excitement just to not accept the truth, because truth reveals them. They hate themselves more than how they hate the truth. So no matter what, you're not gonna get, you know that I was wrong. Narcissistic people that really and truly don't like themselves, you're not gonna ever, if they did something like something so grave, you know, and they hate the fact that they did it and they can't believe that they're the ones that did that, they'll do anything in order for you to let it go and for you to not bring it up, because they just hate the fact that they did that. They cannot stand themselves for doing that, so they're not going to accept that they did it. Number 8 is reputation. A lot of people have a reputation and an image to maintain. So if the truth is going to reveal that they are not who they want people to believe that they are, so to them, reputation matters more than character, because character would mean that you're able to accept that I'm not 100% right all the time and I have things that I need to work on. So these people never work on themselves really. They just continue try to keep up with the facade. Their reputation matters more than anything else. So they're never going to accept that this is what I did and I need to face the consequences for what I did and I need to work on myself. They're not going to do that because that requires you to admit to what you did, and other people are going to see you for who you really are or change their views of you, and that kills them. So they're going to hate you for speaking the truth and they're going to hate the truth itself. Number 9, this is just human nature. Human nature is wicked. It's easier for you to do evil things than for you to be good. You have to be very conscious of the fact that you want to be a better person in order for you to be doing the good stuff over and over and over again. Breaking bad habits, they come so easy. So people are generally in darkness, so they don't want to see or hear or receive light. And the truth is light, and we as human beings, nature is of darkness. And that's kind of like heavy, but that is just the truth. If a little baby, usually like kids are like 1 year old, they just start learning to like walk and use their heads and stuff like that, they'll go for the cookie in the cookie jar and they'll look like they know they shouldn't do it. They'll look and be like, I know I shouldn't do it, so they hide their hands and run. Like nobody has to teach you as a kid how to like steal things and lie and stuff like that. Nobody has to teach you, because it is in our nature to be bad and we have to make a conscious effort to be good. So generally you're going to find people just naturally gravitate towards lies, gossip, stuff like that, and they don't want to really spend time hearing the truth or listening to somebody that's speaking the truth. That's why anytime I do a video, if it's a video about some type of messy thing, I'm going to get lots of views. There are people going to be running, they're going to run come to like hear the gossip, the tea. They want to hear about negative stuff more than how they want to hear positive stuff. A channel that is all about sunshines and roses and godly stuff, you're not going to find a lot of subscribers there, because people generally gravitate towards what is evil. And lastly, number 10, it's the way we are raised. If you were brought up in a household where truth is shunned and you try and tell white lies and get away with things, you saw your parents trying to lie, steal, get away with things, a lot of people are going to end up hating the truth, hate people that try to like stand in the light and do the right thing, stuff like that. They're just going to resent people that speak the truth and resent the truth because they were raised like that, and their culture, either culture or the whole. Those are 10 reasons why people hate the truth. Hopefully, if you're watching my channel, we're on the same type of vibration. You weren't here because of anything messy, and you just continue to live in your integrity, live in the light. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you got some insight on why people don't like the truth and what you can do about it. If you see that somebody is not of the light and they're not willing to accept the truth, you might want to just keep it to yourself. Even if they ask, you might want to just be like, you know what, let's not talk about certain things, let's keep it moving in this area. I would rather not to give my opinion on certain things. And you keep it pushing, because not everybody is able to handle the truth. Not everybody is mature enough. If you want to keep it as a relationship that's more playful and you don't really talk on deep things, you might want to just refrain from telling them the truth, because they can't handle the truth, and you might ruin a relationship that you want to keep for a different purpose than being extremely honest with the person. All right, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.